director of Mindshare, which is a global media agency with offices all around the world, and they don't take meetings with entrepreneurs. They meet big retail agency clients, big clients that have big media budgets. But I want us today to imagine ourselves being big companies. And someday we will take a meeting with you, hopefully. And in the meantime, we're today going to have a little free lesson in media buying, and a little free lesson in some tricks of the trade, and free our minds in imagining ourselves as huge, which is something I love to do in terms of world domination. So, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I was wondering if you could share a little with us in terms of the media landscape today, and how we can use social medias and the free tools that exist first.
Okay. Let me just first, I'm just talking on behalf of my digital people that are more expert in social media, but I'm gonna try to give you some thought and solution for you to get the best media mix, or at least for the cheapest way. Okay, I think when we are having or thinking about having a new startup, of course the smartest idea is, and the less money you're gonna spend. Okay, this is definitely obvious. The advice I can give you as a young entrepreneur is to dare. To be really, to not hesitate to knock any doors. It can happen. Today in Tunisia we are having a lot of new medium and suppliers, and the media landscape is booming, definitely. And people are eager to help, and there are sort of, let's say, solidarity that we're having within this new sector. Okay, so we are not only looking after a big budget, but smart idea can definitely seduce, and miracles can happen. And of course, Mindshare as a leader company in this country will be really happy to welcome you, give you advices, and make a connection with big suppliers and media suppliers in Tunisia.
I mean, I feel a tweet coming. Miracles can happen by Mindshare. I think that's brilliant. That's an open invitation.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we discuss a lot in terms of tech and building a community is that you want to create something that's viral.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to say, I want my product to go viral. So what do you guys think about that when you have clients that come and say?
Yeah, we have to take some notes on behalf of Islam. Okay. Talking viral, all in fact is about content. Okay, definitely we cannot go viral if we don't have smart and interactive content. We're gonna get in touch with the consumer. Okay, so definitely think about the content is the most important thing. It's not about quantity, but if you have a smart content, you're gonna definitely reach the highest level of people. So bad content cannot go viral, whatever it can be. You can buy a lot of likes and fans, but it will not function definitely. So the idea, the originality of the idea, and how it was presented to make it a good content. I mean, you need an idea and you need to push it. And here is the support of media. I mean, offline media to online media is crucial. Because by the end of the day, if content is king, media is the throne. Okay.
I like that. Content is king and media is the throne. So, in order to be viral or spread the word, content is an originality is key to that. But I assume also messaging and how you message your intent or your product to find the right wordings to create a like or a share.
All is about interaction. In fact, if we are having the right insights, if we have the right target, if we know our target very well, what are their expectations, what are the trends, what are they looking after, and here is the importance of the data, especially the real-time data that we are going to have through digital. Then we can easily target, and then we can easily have interaction.
Interesting. Do we have any questions from the panel about media buying, going viral, using social? Yay!
Sorry, I spent my day looking for your contact. Today I spent my day looking for your contact, so can I talk with you after all?
Well, I'm guessing that the message is going through. Be bold, brave, naive, and crazy. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your stories with us. Thank you. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. I am slightly behind schedule, but not too bad. We now have my favorite part. No, you can't go. You have to stay. I now have my favorite part of this, and that is pitching. I said we could break the rules, but Sarah, I think this is pushing it. She's taking a selfie with the ambassador while I'm speaking. But he's smiling, so I think it's a great thing. Okay. Everyone else that wants to take a selfie with the ambassador will do it after the show. Or with me. Okay, so this is my favorite part, which is pitching. I have 3 entrepreneurs, I think, at least I know we have 2 in here, that will pitch to a panel of investors. We're not going to talk about equity. We're not going to talk about valuation. We're not going to be too technical. The key of this session is storytelling. Talking about your successful business is easy. I have done this and that, and it worked, and I had hundreds of millions, and everyone loves me. But before that, before everyone loves you, you have to take your baby to the world. And it's painful, because people point at your baby, criticize your baby, and ask, why did you do that? Why is it blue and not yellow? Why did you not have your button here and not there? Did you A/B test, etc., etc.? And you just have to power through that phase, listen and learn, have your eye on the horizon of what you want to achieve, but at the same time be flexible, because you might get some great ideas and you might realize that you need to pivot. I have 2, maybe 3 people in my investors panel, because one of the ladies had food poison today, to help me do some live coaching. Yes, now it's your turn to come on stage. Mr. Maher, please, thank you. Maher is the president of the Cartas Business Angels and represents the business angel community in Tunis, and will help us today to look at the pitches from a business angel perspective. Yes. He's slightly stressed because he has a dinner at 9, so he thinks I'm speaking too slowly, right? No, we're fine. We're fine. And I don't know if I have someone from Microsoft, because dear Alia, who joined us for lunch today, has food poisoning. Yes? You want to come? Yeah, you go. This is all about breaking the rules. Taking opportunity. Who else wants to sit in my investors panel? Welcome. So this means that we have the incubator entity that come on board. Thank you for coming. Have a seat. And as you guys know, this is the incubator that is helping entrepreneurs here with coaching, mentoring, and you guys have a new office coming soon?
Yeah, exactly. In Gazella and Sfax.
In Gazella and Sfax. I'm sure I pronounced that brilliantly. Thank you. And the third is one of the co-founders of SUST. And I'm going to kill your name. Fadel. Yay, welcome. So you have been coaching for 8 startup weekends. So you are well equipped in the land of coaching and mentoring. Before we start, I want to quickly ask you some questions because one of the key things here is learning about how to package my idea. How do I storytell? How do I create engagement in the investors community or any community that you want to attract? When you're releasing your baby, it's hard work. So I will start with you, Bruna, because you are the newest on stage here. One of the things that we hear a lot is using ideas that come from other markets, the US market or that comes from the European market, and then you want to replicate it in, for example, the Tunisian market. What are the classic mistakes that you see when people want to move a European business or a US business into a market like this? She's unprepared, by the way, so I think this is...
Yeah, I'm not prepared at all. I'm trying to replace Alia from Microsoft.
Yeah.
Okay, so like bringing products from Europe to this market.
Yeah, so classic mistakes. I mean, I've seen a few now in my roadshows.
Yeah, maybe they don't have like a good knowledge about the market, so this is really important. And actually, the product is addressed to be a solution for a problem or to satisfy some needs. So if they don't have a good knowledge about the needs of the market, then there's going to be kind of a gap that cannot be filled. So this is the most like problem that we face. Yeah.
Now, I think what I've seen a lot is that entrepreneurs take a great idea from somewhere and then want to replicate it in their market and don't necessarily translate all the issues that come from it. Yeah. You guys have microphones as well. There we go. I was wondering, before we get the entrepreneurs on stage, Maya, if you could tell us a little. We were talking about the pivot. Your idea wasn't good enough and you need to change it. And I was saying that it's very much the entrepreneur that investors look at. Would you agree with that?
About the pivot.
Yes, you have an idea, but it's not good enough, so you change it. So you constantly need to move your business plan. And at the end of the day, the investor actually invests in the person who changes the business all the time.
In fact, that's an interesting question because a lot of people told me what is the percentage of part for the investor and percentage part for the product.
Yes.
And actually, that depends on a lot of investors. I have seen business angels who really look at the business. I have other people who just don't look of the people. So I take the guy, and if it doesn't work, then the guy can do another thing. Because I believe in the potential. It's dependent. There are two types of business companies. Now, people who change, I think that a lot of people, young people who change their ideas, actually they are not changing, they are discovering who they are through those ideas. So, depending if it is really on the first idea level, not on the prototype level, then it's fine. I mean, this guy has a lot of, he's learning, so that's great. But it depends. But if he's in a stage where, advanced stage, I mean, if you're after the prototype and the second prototype, we're going to an industrial level, and then you change your mind, then we have a problem.
Is it equally a problem that an entrepreneur doesn't pivot? They stick to their idea religiously?
Well, I guess yes. I guess that you really need to adapt
Yeah.
sometimes because there are sometimes like some things happening in the middle, and then you need to be flexible and to have a good responsiveness to all the changes. So it's more about being flexible. And I just gonna say something about what you were saying. The ideas are not missing. There are many ideas, but there are not a lot of entrepreneurs. So this is why it's more important to invest on
Lots of great entrepreneurs.
Yes, so sometimes we have the idea and we're just looking for which entrepreneur can realize it, can concretize the thing. So, yeah.
Interesting. Would you agree with that from your experiences at the SUPCOM Startup Weekend?
Yes, every time we go to we see both cases. We see sometimes people who are stick to their idea, don't want to change, and the other case they change to another one. But for example, there is also third category, which is people and entrepreneurs who are launching a one-shot idea. For example, in SPACs, we had a team who created a robot, a very high technology robot, who created one prototype during the event, sold 20 after the event, and used this amount of money to create another laboratory and create other ideas to change. They wanted some successful entrepreneurs will also change many ideas after they make it happen.
Yeah, I think that's definitely my experience. Have a rough idea of where you're going, but at the same time be flexible. And it's hard to be flexible because when people come with suggestions, it's easy to take it as criticism. You're criticizing my idea, my baby, as opposed to seeing it as constructive. I assume that's conversations that you guys have. Okay, no further ado. Let's have our startups on stage and pitch. But, and this goes for you guys equally and for everyone on stage. Pitching your startup is difficult, hard work, and they've probably cried already a little today to be here. So we're going to be constructive, positive, and we're going to coach and move the thing forward. Okay? Okay, brilliant. So, I still don't know if I have 3 startups coming, but do we have Noor here? Yay, welcome up, Noor. A warm applause for an entrepreneur who's here in 5 hours. I spoke to Noor this morning and said, would you like to stand on stage? And she said, where are you from? Gapsy. I was like, where's that? Is that around the corner? No, it's 5 hours from here. Please.
Good evening. Who's familiar here with MIT? Right.
Does that work?
Yeah. MIT. Made in Tunisia.
I like that. I think that's a tweet somewhere. MIT, made in Tunisia.
Tonight I will introduce you to a new product made in Tunisia in 1990. Me, Noor Amal. I was manufactured in Gafsa with both loving parents. I learned how to love.
Wait, 1 second. Can everyone hear? No. Yeah, we need, sorry, we need a microphone.
From first.
Yes. No. I think that the start was brilliant and the guys in the back wasn't hear it as well.
From the start.
From the start.
Who's familiar with MIT?
Yes.
Now we know it's made in Tunisia. Okay. I want to introduce you to a new product, Noor Amal. I was manufactured in Gafsa in 1990 with both loving parents. I learned the beauty in traditional handicraft in Gafsa. So with the ideation camp with EAFE and Intel, Mr. Adel Biznin is here. Yeah. We came, me and my team, with a social enterprise called Insan. Insan is a social enterprise. What we do is simple. We discover people, we discover genuine, hard-working people. They love art, but in undeveloped communities. We help them to do fair trades, and we plug them to the international market. That's it.
So, the name of the game here is I'm going to interrupt and ask the panel questions. So, Muna, what do you think of this start?
The start wasn't really great. But
Did you understand what the business is?
yeah, I understood. It's about helping people doing handicraft, like passionate about it, and helping them going through their businesses to do handicrafting. Yes.
I mean, this is the key. The first 30 seconds of the pitch is where you lay the foundation of what's going to happen next. And what would you say, how important is it to create a laughter, a bit of humor, and some energy in that first? Sorry, I'm still in your microphone.
I really liked how you reacted to a technical problem. It's also about presentation.
Good point. Okay, seems like you've created a good start. We've all laughed. We've liked the way you've done the technical mishap, so please continue.
Okay. So, we call it when an enterprise meets humanity. Our focus is with the human beings. Like, we forget that handicraft suffer from like disadvantages in the market. They take, I'm nervous. I have to shake it.
We all are.
Sorry. In our social enterprise, it's not about giving a fish, nor teaching how to fish, or bringing changes to the fishing industry. So, Insan it's like a platform. It's a platform. We take the products and we put them online. So the users can take the products and
I'd like to ask a question there, in that natural pause and that lovely applause. And that is, she's now given us a little more insight into what the business is. Maya, what's your reaction so far?
In fact, we understood that the idea is great, the person is great, she is, just advice. You are doing fine. Even if you think in your mind that you are not doing fine, you are doing fine. So do not think about yourself. Think about what you are doing really, because you are doing really fine. I know that you have in your mind that what people are saying, oh, I'm not going to do it, but forget it. We are your friends, you are presenting this product, it's a great product, because you are coming from a region, from Gafsa, and you are going to revive this region, so go ahead.
okay.
In terms of the product, Nora's taken a decision here that I'd like to discuss, which is she told you about the product as opposed to showing the product in a pitch, which is two different ways of going. What would be your reaction to that, Fadel?